Okay, so from now we would like to start the summary speech section. So the first presenter is Mr. Hodaka Inoue from Koyo High School. Please start.
Okay. I'm Fudaka Inoue from Koyo High School. Japan has so many earthquakes that it is called an earthquake-prone country. So I thought about how to reduce the death toll of earthquakes. I suggested rescue robots as a way to reduce the death toll. Rescue robots have two main advantages. The first is to rescue people safely and quickly. The second is that there will be no secondary disasters. I enjoyed hearing everyone's opinions and presentations. The other presenters talked about many kinds of disasters. I want to think about how rescue robots can help in floods, volcanic eruptions, and tsunamis. So in the future, I want to research these opinions and help save lives in kinds of disasters. Thank you.
Wonderful. Okay, thank you. All right.
Thank you.
Wonderful. It was really wonderful. Okay, so Daniel. So the next presenter is Mr. Daniel Kennedy. Please.
Kia ora, I'm Daniel Kennedy from Orewa College in New Zealand, and I decided to base my research on how New Zealand applies specific strategies to minimize the impact that natural disasters are having on our community. So I really urged my peers to consider what technology can we use to create some community resilience and become more prepared for a possible disaster. I felt that the discussion was really helpful as I started to think outside of the box on how we can start creating some of this community resilience. So I personally want to take some action by help spreading awareness specifically to our youth and our younger generations that haven't really experienced a natural disaster on the scale as our older generation. And I plan to do this through social media and word of mouth. And on a global scale, I really believe that working together by having some frequent summits or forums between countries, just like this one, where we can discuss some of these strategies, are really essential so no country is left behind, so we can quickly and efficiently get over and overcome these natural disasters. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Great. Okay. So the next presenter is Mr. Junlai Tu from Myanmar. Please.
Yes, my name is Zenlai Tu, and I am a high school student from Yangon Teachers Training School of Yangon, Myanmar. So in this presentation, I have prepared to discuss about tsunamis and other natural disasters, what they are, how they are formed, and then a few information about disasters that struck my country. So in the end, I also discuss about disaster management that I've learned so far. So the purpose of my research presentation is to mitigate the losses and destruction that tsunamis and other disasters can cause. So these actions can include both humanitarian and individual actions. In fact, I came to this forum with the hope to know more about how other countries are reacting to natural disasters, and it also fulfilled my wishes. So according to my recent online researches, I found the disaster management circle to be quite intriguing. And from this forum, I've also learned about how other countries are trying to prevent disasters according to this disaster management cycle. So the main point of my research is to discuss about preventive measures, survival and preparations to withstand a natural disaster and more. And I would like to use the experience I gained from here to share it with my friends. And then I would like to use all the knowledge that I gained from here to mitigate the losses due to natural disasters in my own country. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Good. Brilliant. Okay, so the next presenter is student from Philippines, Mr. Troy Marcel-Rementina, please.
Yep. So I'm Troy Rementina from Ateneo de Manila Junior High School. From my research and this forum, I have learned that volcanic eruptions and disasters of all kinds are extremely devastating to those people affected. Because of the possible damage, it is extremely important for a country to do all it can to help its people face and overcome these disasters. Having policies and plans for such things are detrimental to properly deal with them. Now, aside from having these plans, it is also important to have the people follow them. And for this to happen, it is vital that the government is able to communicate and coordinate with its people. They should inform their citizens about the plans and policies thoroughly, and this is how they will be able to bring the damages and losses to a minimum. So, based on this, as a Filipino high schooler, I will do my part to educate my fellow schoolmates and those younger than me, and to continue learning about disasters and other countries' preventive methods through events and forums such as this one.
Oh, okay, so let's move on to the next. So the next presenter is Mr. Choi Hyuk-jun from Republic of Korea. Please.
Yes, I'm Hyuk-jun Choi from Guma High School, Republic of Korea. So my presentation was about how we can deal with coronavirus under the international cooperation. And I made a suggestion about how we can deal with the pandemic under international cooperation, about WHO, and also the improvement and strengthening of domestic laws. And this forum for me was actually a really good opportunity to show my opinion to you guys, and also hear your opinion back. So as I mentioned from my speech, the international cooperation is what makes us act more, learn more, and advance more. So I think this forum was also a really great chance, and I want to thank all of you who have participated in the forum. This is my summary. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Good. Okay. The next presenter is Eri Tomita from Japan.
I'm Eri Tomita, and I'm from Kato Gakuen Gyoshu High School in Shizuoka Prefecture. And the main idea of my presentation is that we can use social media wisely to prevent people's fading memory of natural disasters. By the discussion, I was able to realize some difficulties that we could encounter by using my suggestion. For example, some particular age groups aren't familiar with using social media, or we might have some difficulties in terms of effectively spreading information and the lessons of the natural disasters. This discussion made me realize some parts that I might need to change or figure out some possible solutions to solve the difficulties. So I will think carefully about those, and I will actually start using social media in the future. And lastly, this forum was such a great experience since I was able to learn a lot of things by listening to other students' presentations. And I'm so glad that I was able to participate in the forum. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Okay.